The Agriculture Department will roll out the Benting Bigas Meron Na to public transport workers starting today, September 16. And to talk more about this, we have DA Deputy Spokesperson Assistant Secretary Joyce Panlilio. Good morning, Asec. Thank you for joining us.
And as revealed to the good
Asec, of course, first question is how many is expected to benefit from this initiative?
Based on our initial list, we are expecting 57,000 tricycle, jeepney, and bus drivers to benefit for this rollout of the Benting Bigas Meron Na for the transport sector.
And paano po yung system nito ng pagbibigay? No? Is this tracked also? Or do they need a special card? Kasi, of course, ang agam-agam ng iba, baka may mga ilan daw sa mga LGU makinabang dito at lagyan daw ng mukha ang mga pag-claim ng bigas.
What we would require from them would be their IDs. For example, for tricycle drivers, they have tricycle permit, tricycle operator permit issued by the LGU. We also coordinated the Land Transportation and Franchise Regulatory Board, as well as the DOTR for the list of our beneficiaries for this rollout of the Benting Bigas Meron Na.
I understand ito po ay magkakaroon ng grand launch sa susunod na taon. Can you tell us more about this? Paano po, ano po yung road to achieve that goal?
For this rollout for the transport sector, our launch is today. We started with the Bureau of Animal Industry here in Quezon City, as well as we have it here at the Agribusiness Development Center in Quezon City, as well as in Cebu, Angeles City, and two municipalities and the city in Davao del Norte. But for next year, it's going to be for all already, not just for selected sectors of our country, but we will include other members, other members including, that would be a total of around 15 million households, or a total of 60 individuals for an average family of 4.
So you mentioned, Asec, na it's gonna be open for all, no? So paano po magiging sistema dito? And also, do we have enough supplies for this Benting Bigas if you're going to open it up for all?
Yes, we are ensuring that we will have enough supplies. Right now, we have enough supplies for that. And we also asked for a budget from Congress for this. And we were given a budget of, for next year, at least we have already 10 million plus another, if I'm not mistaken, 8 or 9 million for that. For the purchase of rice from our local farmers, that would be through our National Food Authority to be distributed through the Food Terminal Incorporated. Of course, we are continuing also our interventions for our farmers to increase their productivity and to ensure that we have the supplies for this P20, since it is a directive from the President that we have to continue the expansion of distribution or sale of this Benting Bigas until the end of his term in 2028. So we will do everything to ensure that we will have enough supplies po.
Asec, klaruhin ko lang, anong klaseng variety itong bigas na ito? And magkano po ang lugi ng gobyerno every time we purchase from the farmers?
It is well-milled rice po, around 25% broken. We usually buy palay at for the wet palay, that's around 17 pesos, 17 to 18. And for the dry, we buy it at around 20 pesos per kilo. So, but we are selling at 20, plus we have transport, so transport or logistical costs for that. So we cannot say it's lugi because these are aging rice also, but then it has to dispose. So medyo maliit lang naman din po siguro ito kaysa po masira din po siya sa storage.
Balikan ko lang po, Asec, yung nabanggit po ninyo kanina, magkano po yung budget na hinihingi po natin for this program para po ma-roll out ito by 2026, yung grand launch po ninyo. And of course, I would also like to ask, magkano po yung nagastos na ng DA since nag-roll out po itong program na to?
Sorry po na nawala. Nag-choppy po kayo on that
okay,
part.
Asec. Alright. I was asking po, Asec, I want to go back to dun sa part na magkano po yung budget na hinihingi po ninyo for the 2026 grand launch of this program nationwide. And of course, how much na rin po yung budget na nagastos po ng DA since nag-roll out po itong program na ito?
Yung initial budget po namin is we already have the 10 million pesos. We already spent 10 billion pesos.
10 billion.
We already 9 billion for 2024 starting. For this 2025 because we started it last May 2025, and for next year we have around 18 billion if I'm not mistaken.
Asek, ang fear kasi ng iba din, no? Baka naman may mga grupo dyan or nagko-corpo sila in terms of buying the 20 peso na bigas tapos ibebenta ng mas mahal. Ano pong safeguards in place para maiwasan po ito?
We are launching a QR code coming October. So this is one way for us to monitor our beneficiaries and how many kilos had already been bought by our beneficiaries that are listed, because we have a list of our beneficiaries like our minimum wage workers for now. We have that. We also have our registry system for our farmers and fisherfolk. And for our transport sector, we also have a list that we asked, and because we coordinated with the LTFRB as well as with the local government units for the tricycle operators. And we will have with that QR code also a registration of all our beneficiaries when we roll it out in 2026.
So, linawin ko lang, Asek, no? per person, one QR code each. Tama ba yan?
Yes po.
Okay.
Alright, Asec, ganun din po, no? Ilan po yung total ng mga workers that we are looking at that is going to be benefiting, no? With this program. Kasama na rin po ba yung mga jeepney drivers, yung sa mga TODA, and kailan po yung timeline po natin mabigyan yung sector na yun?
Ang TODA po kasi we started today, as well as yung sa mga jeepney and the bus drivers. And we're done already launching for our fisher folk. We started that 2 weeks 2 weeks ago at least. And also for our farmers, we also started that. And we are continuing our sale to the vulnerable sectors such as the PWD, the solo parents and 4-piece beneficiary, and the senior citizen.
Well, Asec, I remember last year, one of the reasons why ginawa po natin tong BBM na to, aside from the promise of the President, is also nakita natin yung marami pong stock po sa NFA warehouse. Ngayon po, kamusta po ngayon yung stock doon? Kasi para daw po hindi masira kaagad. So, kamusta po yung stock natin sa mga NFA warehouse natin?
We still have a lot of stocks at the moment, but we are actually moving it. That's why we are expanding the coverage and the distribution of our benteng bigas. Meron na. But of course, the move of the government here is we want the restoration of the powers of the NFA, which would include having authorized NFA rice retailers all over the country. So we would be able to free up spaces in our warehouses all over the country. So that's also a priority legislative agenda of the Department of Agriculture, the amendment of the rice clarification law.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, DA Deputy Spokesperson, Assistant Secretary Joyce Panlilio.